Surprise, surprise, another release pushed back. But we get to take a look at them. Hey, what's good guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got a detailed look and review on these bad boys right here. This is the Nike Air Max 1 Treeline. It's a colorway that was supposed to have released on March 19th, but since then has been pushed all the way to, what was it?
May 1st.
May 1st, thank you. I am so bad with release dates. Supposedly, these are supposed to be the 420 drop of the year, even though they released, or were supposed to have released a month earlier, and now we're releasing the following month. So I don't know if that's actually true or not. All I know is that the colors that they use on the shoe are very reminiscent and point directly towards, or as a nod to, the ever so popular Nike SB Dunk High Skunk, also known as the Skunk Dunks. Now, are these very close to the Skunk Dunks? In my opinion, not exactly. I mean, obviously the colors are definitely there. It's just the materials are a little bit different, at least based off of what I could remember. However, the smell though, it fits right in. And speaking of scents, that actually reminds me, we do have a quick word from our sponsor. And today's sponsor is actually perfect for all of you 420 lovers because it's from Scentbird. Now, what is Scentbird? Well, I am glad that you asked, because it's actually a monthly subscription service of scents that you can have delivered directly to your door, and it's super easy to use, and you get actual name brand scents. So this is one of the scents that we just got in. We've got this other one right here, Commodity Book Plus. We also got Dirty Hinoki. These guys right here are essentially sample sizes, but they are much larger than the sample sizes that you would get in store. These will actually last you 30 days. On top of all of that, they come in this really cool carrying case that really does open up like that. It's like freaking magic. And then you just pull this thing out, you spray it on you, you put it back in, screw it down, put it in your pocket, back in your gym bag, in your backpack, whatever it is. It's not made to break, it's made to last. The initial price is about $16 per month, and like I said, they got all kinds of name brands available, so whatever name brand that you actually like to wear, they probably have it. However, what I would suggest is using this as your opportunity to try out all kinds of new scents. It's what I like to personally do, because you never know what you might find. Now, if all of that sounds interesting to you and you'd like to check it out, we do have a direct link down below in our description box that'll send you over to Scentbird's website where you can check everything out. On top of that, if you use our promo code, which is WearTesters55, you'll actually get 55% off your very first month. And yes, that was 55% off. That's over half.
Inconceivable.
And again, they're perfect for traveling, going to the gym, hanging out with your friends, possibly on 420. You didn't hear that from me though, even though it is legal here, but not everywhere. And again, big thank you to Scentbird for being a reoccurring sponsor on this channel. We greatly appreciate it. Without their support, we wouldn't have the opportunity to do stuff like this. So with that being said, let's go ahead.
What a noob.
So the Nike Air Max 1 is, well, the first one out of the Air Max line. To some people, they think that this is the best one. I don't know if that's true. Obviously, everybody has their own personal preferences. Do you actually have your own favorite?
I like the 90.
Okay, I think the 90 is mine as well, but I also really like the ones. The ones are just uncomfortable.
Yeah, I only have one pair of ones and they fit clunky compared to the 90s.
Yes, so I have had a couple of pairs throughout the years. I currently still do have one. I just can't find them, but they're somewhere. Mine are like white and gray. They were like my summer shoe for whatever year that they released, and then I put them back in the box after the summer, and I totally don't know where I put the damn box. These ones actually feel a little bit more comfortable than the previous. I don't know why. I mean, it feels like the midsole has changed just a little bit as far as like its density goes, but I couldn't tell you that for certain. All I could tell you is how I feel, and as a person that's worn many a Air Max, this one does feel better than my previous purchases. And no, I'm not trying to sell you on anything. I don't care if you buy these or not. I'm just letting you guys know. However, I mean, that waffle sole is a classic. She is a beauty. Not only that, but sitting on top of it is a polyurethane midsole. That's the part that I think has changed. This one just feels a little bit bouncier to me. I don't know if that's something that they actually tweaked or not, although I do know, and most of us do know, that I think it's in 2023, they're going to be releasing this shoe, but like the Air Max 90 or the Air Max 3, where it's gonna be completely recrafted and look, you know, as close as they've gotten so far to the original version that originally released way back in the day. That includes the large bubble. That was the whole whole ad campaign with this is that it's a ginormous visible air unit, which is not present on these guys. However, there is still a visible air unit right there in the heel. There's also an encapsulated one in the forefoot, and then the insole is garbage. Now the materials on these guys is where they're similar to the original Skunk Dunk, but not quite as hairy, I guess. Like that shoe was full of really, really long-haired suede. It was super thick and definitely gave you that vibe or impression that it was supposed to be, you know, looking like a little something something. And this guy right here, when I look at it, obviously the colors are there, but the material doesn't look like what the other ones were supposed to be looking like, if you can catch my drift. The Skunk Dunks were super interesting, man. Not only was the suede like really long and like hairy, but there was other, it looked like they did good stuff with that where like I was like, ooh, somebody studied. But as far as quality is concerned, the suede panel right here, well, the only suede panel is actually the purple and the green. I think that it's okay. It's not anything great or anything like that. It's not premium. I probably wouldn't even put it on the same level as the Skunk Dunk, but it's in line with what you can expect from Nike nowadays, especially Nike sportswear, which is what this release is. So it doesn't come in like an Air Max box or anything like that. It comes in a traditional red and white sportswear box. And then the other sections that look like that they were suede or nubuck was actually these like khaki colored panels and everything. It's actually not. It's a synthetic nubuck or suede, and basically it's felt. If you are okay with that, then you're probably gonna like these. The rest of the build though is very traditional towards Air Maxes. So you got the textile collar lining, same thing on the tongue, and then you have the textile mesh on the toe, which is personally my favorite thing. Like I love the way that the toes on this shoe looks. I think that they look so cool. I really dig the kind of like nylon mesh with the overlay panel. I don't know why, it's just something that floats my boat. I really like the way that this shoe looks. Everything else is pretty much a standard classic Nike Air Max 1 feature though. We got that Nike Air Max branding on the tongue as well as on the heel, and that is pretty much all she wrote. Now as far as sizing is concerned, they do fit true to size, so whatever you typically wear in your footwear products, that's exactly what I would recommend. A lot of people that are Air Max connoisseurs already know what size they are in their Air Maxes, so whatever that size is, go with that. What do you think about these? Are these your thing?
I do like the overall colors. Like I like the palette.
Very earth tones.
Yeah, you can get me two ways when it comes to color schemes. It's like if it's those nice pale like pinks and whatnot, or if you use a bunch of earth tones. Usually I'm like, okay, I like them.
You know, if this swoosh here was like a dark maroon, like a wine color, they would look very close to the Mrs. Wing
Yeah.
and Dub 1. Oh, also, if you are looking at our hoodies and being like, hot damn, those are sexy. First off, thank you. I really appreciate it. Second off, this is our current or upcoming Sense Apparel launch. We're doing a 96-97 launch. So the two shoes that are gonna be released within the launch or within the pack is going to be the Reebok Question as well as the Air Jordan 12. We've got two colorways here. The Playoffs, which did release in 97, but the Taxis started it all off in 1996. So that's what we're doing. Release information should have been earlier in the video, right? So if you were paying attention, then good job. If you weren't, gotcha. So if you were interested in anything from Sense Apparel, make sure that you follow Sense Apparel at Sense Apparel. That's both on Twitter and on Instagram. You can also sign up for the newsletter. It's over at senseapparel.com. We should have the shop open permanently pretty soon, but we only open it during launches right now. And everything's pre-order based, so you can go in there and buy whatever you'd like. And then when we're done with it, it'll send to you or ship to you.
Baby
and
steps.
all of that stuff, yes. And with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the support. And until next time, guys, have a good one.